Hello everyone, today we are going to arm ourselves with some of the common genetic diseases that may come up in your examinations. Before we get started, let's recall some important key points first. This diagram shows the human karyotype, and please bear in mind that the male karyotype is 44 plus XY and female is 44 plus XX. The Y chromosome is shorter than X chromosome and it does not contain as many alleles as X chromosome. Also, the 22 pairs are called as autosomes, whereas XY and XX are called as sex chromosomes. Now, let's start with genetic diseases caused by non-disjunction, which are Down, Turner and Klinefelter syndrome. Remember that non-disjunction is a type of chromosomal mutation, and it means the failure of homologous chromosomes to separate during anaphase 1 or failure of sister chromatids to separate during anaphase 2. Down syndrome. It happens due to an extra chromosome number 21, which makes the total number of chromosomes being 45 plus XY for male and 45 plus XX for female. It can happen in both male and female. Its symptoms are mental retardation, flat facial features and slanted eyes. You can see in this diagram pointed by the arrow that there is an extra chromosome number 21 for a male Down syndrome patient. Turner syndrome. It happens due to absence of one X chromosome, which makes the total number of chromosomes being 44 plus XO. It affects only female. Its symptoms include infertile ovaries, webbed neck and kidney problem. You can see in this diagram pointed by the arrow that there is an absence of one X chromosome. Klinefelter syndrome. It happens due to an extra X chromosome, which makes the total number of chromosomes 44 plus XXY. It affects only male. Its symptoms include infertility, sparse body hair and well-developed breast. You can see in this diagram pointed by the arrow that there is an extra X chromosome. Now let's move on with diseases caused by mutation on sex-linked genes, which are color blindness and hemophilia. Color blindness. It is caused by a recessive allele found on the X chromosome. The patient cannot differentiate some specific colors such as red and green. Why is color blindness more common in males than females? This is because the sex chromosome of male is XY, and since Y chromosome carries fewer genes, it makes them need to have only one recessive allele to inherit color blindness as compared to females who need two recessive allele. Hemophilia. It is caused by a recessive allele found on the X chromosome. It causes the patient to have lack of blood clotting factor, hence, causing excessive bleeding. Finally, we will learn about mutation on autosomes instead of in the sex chromosomes. Thalassemia. It happens due to gene mutation on the autosomes. It is caused by a recessive gene. It affects the formation of hemoglobin in the victim. As a result, the victim's red blood cells will be smaller and paler. Albinism. It happens due to gene mutation on the autosomes. As a result, the patient will lack the gene to produce pigment melanin in the skin. The patient ends up being very sensitive to sunlight and their skin is easily damaged. Symptoms are poor vision and pinkish eyes. Sickle cell anemia. It happens due to gene mutation on the autosomes. The defective gene caused the erythrocyte to become sickle-shaped. The symptoms include fatigue, dizziness, jaundice and headache.